too. But of course, I'm sure there were many other good accounts, and some of them I can remember, some I can't. Long haul trucks, some of them, Wilson Watson, Consolidated Quarries. Anyway, it was, there was talk around the table of who he'd been with and who he had seen. But he had lots and lots and lots of friends, and customers and clients, but they were his friends too. So.
And he was president of the GMT, Georgia Motor Trucking
Georgia Motor Trucking Association, and on the board of directors of the American Trucking Association. And they used to go to conventions in New York and would come to see us sometimes. And Don Yancey brothers, later on when we were there, would sometimes be coming to New York, and he would fly them all up to see us. And Mother I couldn't find grits in New Jersey at any of the stores. Mother would always come off of Don's plane at Newark Airport with a flight bag, and in it she would have something like green beans, po beans, which you couldn't buy up there. You could only buy the string beans. She would have po beans and a bag of grits. that kept us alive, probably.
And he knew the Gordys, so, right?
He sold out to the Gordys, yes. He knew Frank Gordy, I guess Frank the Best, who is a varsity, owns a varsity, and they were good friends, longtime friends. I don't know how far back they went, but yes. And he sold, Gordy Tire Company was another part of the family, but he sold the business. He sold Bradford Tire Company to Gordy Tire, which enveloped it. And now Gordy Tire is no longer in existence. I don't know exactly where it went or what, but we were in New Jersey when Daddy first began to get sick and sold his business, and a lot of that I don't know. I only got from my brother, who told me about it. And after he sold it to Gordy, he continued to work for a while, and then he stopped. So I really don't know a lot of details of the business part of it, the closing the business.
Where was the business?
Excuse me?
Where was Charlie's business?
269 Lucky Street was Bradford Tire Company, which is now part of Centennial Olympic Park. The warehouse for it was sold by Mother at that time. By that time, Daddy had died. The warehouse where they kept all the extra tires and so forth was on Marietta Street, 100, I think, Marietta Street, and it was sold to Adidas for the Olympics, for them to have their showroom there and their show, their clients to come in there. And that was very fortunate because the sale came at a good time, and Mother's accountant handled it. I remember her calling and saying, we've got somebody interested in buying the warehouse, because by that time Daddy was sick and the business had been sold and the warehouse was sitting there empty. But because it was so near the World Congress Center, there was a feeling that eventually it would turn commercial or something. And so now it's probably right in there is where the new College Football Hall of Fame is going to be, along that strip there. So I don't know how many times it's changed since then.
Any stories of Capital City Club?
No, I don't really have any. My best memories are the Atlanta Athletic Club. That Daddy joined Capital City Club after I was in college, but we always went to East Lake, which was the country club, and then I learned to swim at the Atlanta Athletic Club downtown, which was the downtown club with an indoor pool. East Lake was the home of Bobby Jones, and it was, it's a very venerable place, and it's been totally renovated, and they have major tournaments there now. And the neighborhood deteriorated for a while, but has now been, Tom Cousins, I guess, was the one. Was he?
Regentrified it.
Completely, went in. The school is good, and It has, it's good, it's in good shape. It's very, very exclusive. You can't get in anymore. We went out for a tour not long ago, and it's just a gorgeous club. East Lake I'm talking about. The downtown club was torn down many years ago and a building put there behind Macy's. And the parking down there was always bad, so difficult because it was in town. But it was a beautiful club. And I used to catch the bus, walk up to the corner from my grammar school, R.L. Hope, on Piedmont Road, walk up to the corner of Piedmont and Peachtree, catch the bus, ride all the way downtown, get off at Macy's, walk down to the athletic club, take my swimming lessons, and then Daddy would pick me up. His office was, his building at Lucky Street was within a mile or so, and bring me home. And I did that, I think 2 days a week. It might have been 3.
And
When I
you were
was
how old?
learning to, I was in grammar school. You wouldn't let a child do that nowadays. Ride all the way downtown on the bus and walk down through the middle of town by herself. No, it wouldn't be done nowadays. I don't know how, probably 7, 8, along in there, 9. I had not gone to high school. So it was a different city, different time. Any more questions?
No? Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Now I'll think of something tonight, probably,
sure.
in the middle of the night.
Okay. You are taller.
I am.
Yes, he is. Let us be
Although the
thankful.
doctor says I shrank 2.5 inches this last year.
You've said that too, but
I think it was a measurement problem, not a,
there's blue sky out there. That's encouraging.
Okay, so,
John Rhodes Mitchell, born July the 9th, 1912, married Mildred Maria Templeman in 1938. I can't remember when. I used to have the date, but I don't have it on the tip of my tongue now. This was still in the middle of the Great Depression. My dad had a job. My mother had a job. I was born September the 27th, 1940. They were living in a small rental house in Arlington. I don't remember exactly where it was, but they had already purchased the property at 4800 North 7th Street, Arlington, Virginia, and I believe he paid either $4,900 or $5,900, I can't remember which, for the house. I looked it up on whatever that real estate thing is not too long ago, and it was going for over $1 million. It was on the corner. It had 3 bedrooms, a full basement with a den and a screen porch, and on top of the screen porch was I don't know, what do you call it, a lanai or whatever you want to call it, because I can remember I would be put out there to get sun as a child. We moved in before Christmas